Hello and welcome back to the Wolves Vavel podcast with myself, Ben Derby. And joining me today, we've got Wolves Vavel writer Ed Haig Saunders, I should say, and we are going to be previewing the Southampton match tonight in the FA Cup fifth round, taking place at Molineux. First of all, thank you, Ed, for joining us. We're going to jump straight into it. And just with a simple question, how are you feeling going into this one? It's been a good, last 10 days or so for the Wanderers. Last 7 to 10 days. Obviously, the result against Arsenal last Tuesday, and then a positive point on Sunday against Leicester. And we spoke after
Yeah,
the game, and it was an impressive performance and another good foundation to build on. What are your thoughts going into this one?
I'm confident. I'm very confident that we'll come away with the win. I think the performance at Arsenal was very impressive. Although they went down to 9 men, it was still an impressive performance. But I think we'll take more confidence from the Leicester performance because at times we looked like far the better side, and they are where they are in the table. They're in the top four, I do believe. And at times we looked like the far better side. So I think we'll take a lot of confidence from that. And I think we'll do well tonight because Southampton are shipping goals for fun at the minute. They've conceded 19 in their last 4 games or something like that. It's an incredible stat. So I'm confident tonight. Yeah, I'm very confident.
Well, it's funny bringing that up. Obviously, we're playing a Southampton side. Obviously, we're going to be playing them at the weekend as well. It's going to be back-to-back matches,
Yeah,
which is going to be slightly interesting as well. But Southampton aren't in good form in themselves. Obviously, they've lost the last 4 in all competitions. Obviously, they won in the FA Cup, but they are coming off the back of a little bit of bad form. They have been injury hit over the last couple of weeks, which isn't going to help them. But also something that will give Wolves encouragement is that they've only lost one of their last 10 meetings with Southampton in all comps. So that in itself, I know obviously in the FA Cup, it's one game, anything can happen kind of thing. But with form, with the form going into the match, that must be something that must give the team a little bit of confidence and something that they must be aware of.
definitely. I think if we didn't get a positive result against Arsenal and then a good draw against Leicester, Southampton would be licking their lips at this game to sort of turn their form around. But we've turned our form around, and now we look favourites for this game. We look strong at the minute, and hopefully we can build on the performance from Leicester. As you say, Southampton, we generally tend to do well against Southampton, which, as you said, probably doesn't mean that much considering it's an FA Cup game. That's all in the past. That doesn't impact this game, but I think it could give us an edge mentally, which again is a huge thing in football. And I think, as I said, I'm very confident about this game. And another thing that I would want to raise is we have a small squad, and when you have a small squad, you've only got a certain amount of players, and that certain amount of players are a good bunch of players. So there's not much room for rotation in this Wolves side, which means we'll most likely going to see the likes of Traore, Moutinho against the Southampton side that their defence has not been the best recently, and we can get at them. I think, as I said, I'm confident about tonight.
I was actually going to bring on about the team news. What kind of 11 can you see them fielding? Obviously, you've mentioned the small squad, but can you see any rotation at all with some, let's call them irregular players, if you like, some players that aren't in the starting 11 on a regular basis? You know, you key on Hoovers, obviously, with Johnny being back as well. It could be a time for him to get a bit more minutes, another 45, 60 minutes. What do you think on that front? Who can you see being in and being out?
I think we'll go pretty strong. As I said, we've not got a big squad, so that's not much room for rotation. But I do think we'll see some rotating players. I think we'll see Vitinha come into the midfield. Potentially, maybe could play on one of the wings or in the central midfield position. I think we'll see Hoover. We'll see. I think the point you raised about Johnny is a good one. I think we'll see Johnny for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. I think we might see Nori. I know Marcel was back in training the other day, so we might see one of them. It might be a good chance for Marcel to get his fitness back up, or Johnny to get his fitness back up in the cup. But you've got to remember, we're in the 5th round now. We're 1 win away from the quarterfinals. This is a big game. This is a really big game, and it's a cup competition that we want to do well in. We do well in the FA Cup. This is our probably our only chance of Europe this season. And I know a lot of fans will be thinking, why are you thinking about Europe? We're 14th or wherever in the table, but this is our only chance at Europe this year. We can win the FA Cup, we can get back into the Europa League, and that's where we want to be as a club. So this is a huge competition. I don't think Nuno will be taking it lightly, and I think we'll go with a strong squad, but I think there will be some rotation in there, like the likes of Vitinha, might see Gibbs White, might see Fabio Silva instead of Willian Jose. Just a few subtle changes, but I think the core of that squad will be in there tonight.
How big of a competition this year, especially, is this for Wolves? Obviously, you've touched on it a little bit. Obviously, a win tonight will be the second time that the club have reached the quarterfinals in 3 years. Should this kind of take priority at the moment? Because obviously, we've slipped a little bit behind in the league. Should we put all the eggs into this one basket to try to aim for Europe, do you think?
I think, as I said, this is our only chance to Europe. We're not going to get Europe through the league, I think, unless we go from now to the end of the season unbeaten, which is not looking likely. I think with Southampton again on, when is it, Monday in the league, I think we will go strong tonight, and I think we should go strong because, as you said, this is our only shot at Europe this season. If we can win this competition, that will do so much for Nuno in general. He's done unbelievably well at the club, but the only thing he's missing is silverware. I know we won the championship, which was an incredible achievement at the time, but the only thing he's missing is silverware. And if we can win this competition, get some silverware, then get into Europe, everything will be looking very, very fine and dandy again. That's why I think we should prioritise this game. I think we should prioritise this game over the league game on Sunday or Monday. It's a huge game and it's a huge competition and it's a huge moment in the season. If we can win this game, get into the next round and get a good draw and then get into the semi-finals, we'll be looking very good again, especially on the cup front and on the road to winning silverware, which is ultimately where we want to be as a club. You know, we want to progress. We want to start winning silverware and stuff like that. So yeah, I think we do need to prioritise this game over the one in the league.
And before I go on to your score prediction, I did just want to bring something up in your thoughts on it. Johnny signing a new contract to commit in his stay with the club. I can see you smile. Obviously, you were full of praise for him on his return and how he performed against Leicester. Even though he only had 45 minutes, he did look very impressive and back to like normal service resume kind of things for Johnny. So you must be delighted that he's extended his stay with the club till 2025.
Definitely. I think it showed for Johnny how much of a quality player and how much of a quality professional he is, that he did his ACL and was out for 6 months. And then on the game, he comes back. The first 45 minutes, he looked like he'd never been away. He looked on it from the jump. He looked so good. And I think that shows how much of a quality professional he is. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm so pleased we signed him, because you can just tell he's someone that works hard. He's someone that knows his role, and he's someone that allows other players to. He not only plays well himself, he allows other players to play well. I mentioned in the reaction to the Leicester draw, he freed up Pedro Neto so much, because Neto didn't have to worry about any defensive responsibilities, which he did have to worry about with Ait-Nouri in there. So, yeah, so pleased to have got Johnny till 2025. That means if anyone wants to come in and take him off us, the price tag will have to be a lot much higher than it would have been. So, yeah, huge news, and very, very pleasing news, not from a fan's point of view, from the club's point of view, from everyone's point of view that wants Wolves to do well. That is a huge moment in this season.
And to just finish off the video like we always do, we'll end with a score prediction and a little bit of a prediction, if you like, of how the game will go from Wolverhampton Wanderers' perspective. So what are your thoughts overall, Ed?
I think we'll play well. I think we'll build on the confidence and the result that we had against Leicester. I think we'll see the likes of Traore and Neto. I'm not sure if Neto will play or not. I think Nuno does seem to like to rest Neto more than Traore in the cup, as we saw up against Palace. But I think we'll see Traore running at Southampton. I think we'll see gaps appearing in the Southampton defence, and I think we'll see a few goals from Wolves. I think a combination of Wolves growing in confidence going forward and Southampton's poor defensive record at the minute, I think we'll see maybe a 2-1 Wolves is probably my main prediction, or maybe a 3-1 Wolves. I think it depends. The scoreline depends on the striker that plays. If Willian Jose plays, which I don't think he will, I think we'll win 3-1. If Fabio Silva plays, I think we'll win maybe 1-0 or 2-1. But I think I'm not too sure how strong Southampton will go, but I think they will score. But I think we'll have enough to do it. I think we'll win, and I think we'll win 2-1 or 3-1, and quite convincingly.
A very positive note to end the video on. Thank you for joining Izad for the preview between Wolves and Southampton, which kicks off at 5:30 tonight. We will be back tonight for a post-match review. So as soon as the match finishes, we will be setting out and recording our post-match thoughts on the game. So until then, thank you for watching and see you later.